Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new office setup. A lot of things have changed, a lot of things are the same or similar, but one of the first things that I think is super cool, these lights. So I have these Philips Hue lights downstairs by my TV, and it changes the lights based on the content on the screen. So you look at the lights around it, above, to the sides, and below, and check this out. So right now it's kind of matching the colors, and as soon as I open up a screen, that turns white, and that turns white on the top. And now it's white all across. And same thing on this side. So depending on the content you're watching, it'll actually sync the lights to what you have on the screen, which is super neat and also helps reduce eye strain, especially at night. But it overall makes the experience of using your computer a little bit more immersive. I love it downstairs. I added it up here, and as always, you can find the links to everything down in the description. Now you might be wondering about the desk. This is a new desk, and the old desk, I'll actually show you where we put that, because this is also a pretty cool room I want to show you. And welcome to the sim racing room. So as you guys know, I'm a huge car nut, and I bought this in 2020, but I've been building it out ever since. This is my racing simulator. So I practice driving on various tracks. We have a triple monitor setup here. Well, the stands at least. I need to get the actual triple monitors. Right now I'm using a Valve Index, which I've been using again since 2020. But the old desk goes right here. Now the issue with the old desk is that IKEA Gurton tabletop, which I like, a little bit thick, but the actual stand, the support, I got it from Amazon for like 200 bucks, really good deal, not super stable. So now after a couple years of putting it up and down, it gets kind of like rickety and starts shaking and sounds like it's gonna break at any moment. So I just have it in the lowest seating position, keep it here with the gaming setup. And if you guys like cars, then check out Jabal and Cars, my newest YouTube channel. All right, so back to the actual office. So this desk I'm loving. This is the FlexiSpot Pro Plus standing desk, E7, and we have a bamboo top. It's over 70 inches in width, but you can get it in various sizes. And the reasons I love this, a few fold. So first of all, nice slim desk, nice and big. If you look at the legs are also positioned back at the far end of the desk, so you have more room for your legs without actually hitting them, which I like quite a lot. But here, the actual motorized function is done quite well. You have 4 positions. So this is the lowest position for my chair. In this position, it's a little bit higher. And the reason I have it here is because I use my air chair, which helps me focus on like some, core stabilization, be a little bit more mobile and have some more movement when I'm working at my desk, not so stationary and sedentary as I am in my chair. And as you can see, when we're moving between these various positions, it's decently fast, but it's very smooth and very, very stable. In the standing position, I have my standing mat. I'm standing here as such. And then finally, in the 4th position, I'm weird. I need 4 positions for myself, but a lot of you might be sharing your desk with a significant other or someone else in the house. So you guys can each have 2 positions then. But the reason I have this on the highest setting is for my foot stuff. So I've been cycling a lot more and I've been getting some knee pain, and I got like a professional bike fit and all that stuff. And it turns out that my foot mobility is a little bit suboptimal. A lot of ours are because of wearing these narrow toe box shoes with a lot of cushion. So I've been wearing wide toe box shoes that are essentially minimalist shoes, but that still isn't enough. So I have these various tools to help mobilize my feet as I'm working, but these also elevate me. So then that 4th height is higher, so I can still be at a very ergonomic position while I'm using the desk. The cool thing is this desk has encouraged me to stand more, which is a lot better for my health, especially when I'm using the various contraptions I have here. All these like balls and tools are just to really work my feet. It goes up and down smoothly. It has these memory functions, so it encourages me to stand more often. With that other desk, I didn't stand as often because it just felt very rickety and unstable. The desk is actually on the opposite side of the room. So in previous tours, we had the bookshelf on this side and the desk on the opposite side. I don't know anything about feng shui, but I'm sure that a lot of people could have told me it was a bad idea to have the desk right by the door, and having it on this other side makes the whole room feel a lot more open. I can place the plants on those corners, just feels like a nicer space. So if you've seen my old video, there's a lot of similarities, but a few updates, right? So the same LG monitors, this The vertical orientation looks kind of weird initially, but it actually makes a lot more sense based on your visual field. If you have two lateral monitors side by side, you're really looking, you have to change your head direction quite a bit to actually see everything. And sometimes you even need to like lean to see whatever's on the far corner or the far edge, right? But here you're actually matching a little bit closer to your visual field such that you have more vertical space and not as much lateral space. But then when I actually use this for productivity, I can have 4 quadrants. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get a lot of things done, you know, have notes on one side, watch a video on the other side, have my Slack messaging and whatnot. The other nice thing is that the desk comes with a cable organizer, so you can dump a lot of things in there. I mean, down here you can kind of see the cable organization isn't perfect by any means, but when you're standing and you're actually using the desk and walking in and out, you never see the cables because of how I've actually positioned things. The other thing back here, we have 2 separate SD card readers, and the Mac Studio has one as well. And the reason I have 2 now, rather than just 1 previously, is that let's say you have camera A, camera B, and audio, you can plug in each one at the same time. And just these little things added up, they can really streamline your workflow. And it does make a big difference. The other thing that we moved here is my bass. I have been playing bass since high school. Honestly, I touch it like a couple times a year. And used to do a lot of jamming with my brother. He was on drums. And you know, it's like a good way to just mess with something while you're trying to be creative and think through something. You just want to, you know, work with your hands and whatnot. So it's nice to have this close to the desk as well. This is new. I actually got the idea from Alex Hormozy in one of his videos. This is just a kitchen timer. And in a previous video, I actually had hourglasses, which I still have here. But the reason I don't use them as often is because it's fixed time. So it's 30 minutes and 5 minutes, which is great for Pomodoros. But what if I have a task where I want to put 45 minutes or 20 minutes? So that little device gives me the flexibility. As for peripherals, I have this Logitech vertical mouse just for like ergonomics. I was having a little bit of wrist pain just from repetitive use, and this has helped quite a bit. I do also have a more ergonomic keyboard that I've tried, but I can't get away from the Apple Magic Keyboard just because it has that fingerprint sensor, which I use all the time for logging in or my password manager and such. And then of course the trackpad for the various gestures. As for the computer, we have a Mac Studio, external hard drive attached to that for all the immediate video editing needs. Emotiva AirMotive 4 studio monitors, which I've had for like 10 years. They have these ribbon tweeters, which makes the highs sound very crisp and clear, which I quite enjoy. And powering those speakers is a Schiit stack. We have a Schiit Asgard and a Schiit Modius, DAC and amp combo. And what I'm convinced are some of the best headphones of all time, the Sennheiser HD 600s, which I've also had for several years. And if I don't want to be playing music from the speakers, I just plug these in right there. With this admittedly kind of mild redesign, I've spent more time thinking what helps me focus, right? My main goal when I'm in this room is trying to get work done. So having the lights helps me feel a little bit more immersed when I'm at my computer. We have plants because plants do have that very calming effect, even though both of these plants are fake.
He's the little one. And we've got Dean over here, Draco. Here, this one is called Harry.
With the shelves here, we have a unicorn, which there's a story behind that, why a unicorn is my spirit animal, which maybe I'll tell you guys someday. The 100K plaque, it's a reminder because I'm trying to get my car channel to 100K as well, and just some other stuff. I keep a blood pressure cuff close by because I am working on my desk. You know, I want to actually measure my blood pressure because I'm sitting stationary for more than 5 minutes. And I'm just monitoring various health metrics, my weight, body fat, blood pressure, things like that. And on the opposite wall, we have the bookshelf. So pretty similar to what we had before, just a lot of various cars that I love, including this one that you might see a lot more frequently on my channel soon. My editor is awesome. He sent me this helmet that he actually got the stickers himself. He's Brazilian and we both love Formula One and both love Ayrton Senna, one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time. So he got this helmet and then actually got the stickers and stuck them on himself because the old one I have didn't have the Marlboro because of like some copyright stuff. So awesome guy. And then the final things, we have these posters. This is a life calendar. I need to fill it out more because I'm not just 3 years old, but every line is a year and every column is a week. So you have 89 rows and 52 weeks, right? So assuming that you're gonna live to around 90 years of age. And I know it sounds kind of morbid, but it helps me visualize life progress and helps me kind of like seize the moment and not take time for granted. And then of course, some more car art. And there you go, my friends. That is the office tour. Big thanks to FlexiSpot for partnering with me on this video. As always, links to everything down in the description. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one.